Everybody, welcome to Trading Caps exclusive analysis. In today's video, we're discussing Tesla. What the heck happened today to Tesla? I mean, granted the markets were weak, but Tesla, what a reversal. Being the fact that it made a new high today, all the way pushing up above 270, and then got absolutely reversed with one of the most monstrous daily bearish engulfing candles you will ever see. Now, our members were able to successfully add to our short position at 270 today, 0.42. And just with that addition into the position, we are now in the money by several percent on our swing short. So my cost basis is an average short at 250.82. But nevertheless, I do think that Tesla is setting up for a bigger correction to the downside. Now, why did it correct so much today? Why did we have 221.5 million shares? Why did one daily engulfing candle engulf not 1, 2, 3, but 4 days of price action? Well, simply speaking, you had a market that was weak today, but you also got hit with a massive catalyst, a fundamental news catalyst that spooked a lot of investors, and I think it changed the perspective of what people can now expect going into the Robotaxi launch. So the news day that hit Tesla was Elon Musk and Tesla delaying Robotaxi to October. So what was initially expecting to come out in the first week of August, around that August 6th, 7th time frame, now has been pushed to October. So just in a matter of fact, within a couple sessions now, imagine the amount of call options that people had priced for expiry and for price going into that August 7th timeframe. Just imagine how many people were trying to load the boat ahead of that Robotaxi event. And now, being the fact that it's delayed, think about how many trades are now going to get unwound and unraveled. Being the fact that it's only July 11th and we still have, about a month or just under a month to go until the old Robotaxi launch, but now it's pushed all the way back to October, so that adds basically another 2 months of additional waiting game. And you think about how many call options are going to expire worthless just based off of that headline alone. So many people were running the tape, pressing this long on the long side in anticipation of that event. It was looking like it was going to be a buy the rumor type of event, as seen by this incredible rally. And then all of a sudden, that headline gets hammered, and boom, Tesla no longer is doing Robotaxi in August. It's looking like October. So now you have to ask yourself on a fundamental basis, why did they delay it? Is there some sort of a hiccup? Is Elon Musk having doubts? Is it not ready? Was there some sort of a malfunction in testing? There could be a whole host of reasons. From my personal opinion, it's most likely that they're working out extra kinks and that there's likely not as it wouldn't have been as smooth of a launch if Elon and the team released Robotaxi in August. So, from my perspective, not a good headline, very detrimental to the price, and I think investors certainly took that into fruition as well. Now, what's so fascinating? Okay, I'm going to show you something here. What is so fascinating about this daily chart of Tesla? What I just threw on here is the Bollinger Band. And this type of a Bollinger Band, okay, if we actually go to the Bollinger Band settings here, just bear with me, and we look. So I like to put on, for Tesla's move, I like to use sometimes a 3 or 4 standard deviation move. Now, what was so incredible was Tesla actually had this huge rally. It was an over 4 standard deviation move here on July 3rd. Okay. Now, if we even backpedal that to basically a 3 standard deviation, even that is just super incredible. Look at how much Tesla was trading into that upper Bollinger Band range for quite a long time. So just off of a simple mean reversion metric, it's so fascinating to see how the technicals were giving us that extension move, that 4 standard deviation, that 3.5 standard deviation move that Tesla was maintaining for quite a consecutive amount of days. I mean, when we look at this rally, starting from this little bull flag breakout, this is one up day, second up day, third up day, fourth up day, fifth up day, so your fifth higher close, sixth higher close, seventh higher close, eighth higher close, ninth higher close, 10th higher close, 11th higher close, and today was almost going to be your 12th higher close, but that ended up getting reversed sharply. So again, when you have a chart that is extended beyond belief, over 4 standard deviation to the mean, the odds are there's going to be a terrific pullback. Now, did anyone know based off of the technicals that, it was going to be the Robotaxi delay itself that kind of put the nail in its coffin? Because I found it so interesting that this rally ensued from the Robotaxi, and now this rally could be ending from the Robotaxi. And what's so critical about this video, why I'm going in depth with Tesla, okay? Obviously, everyone is watching this inverse head and shoulders. Let me just take off this Bollinger Band, put it there. So obviously everyone was watching this inverse head and shoulders. That's your left shoulder. Sorry about my drawing. Let me restart. That was some horrific shoulder action. So let me redraw these here. So that was your inverse head and shoulders, and that upside played out to a T and then some. So you can see that Tesla measured move was all the way to 248, and it actually superseded that by a great margin. So now the question is, okay, well, if that's superseded its move, let's take a look at the weekly time frame, because this is now shaping up to be very fascinating in my opinion. And the weekly time frame, everyone has been watching this downsloping trend line, pivot to pivot to pivot, connects through this pivot, connects through that pivot. You broke out on a weekly basis. Now the thing about this breakout is you've actually never ever confirmed the weekly chart breakout. It looked like Tesla was clearing off to the races until today. And this is a high amount of volume that Tesla is reversing on, which is troublesome in the near term in my opinion. But what I am so fascinated about on Tesla, okay, if we remove all the drawings, what I am so intrigued about is Tesla's price action. So let's just mark it off. So this is your high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, and now this is appearing to be a lower high. So this is the question, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lower highs in place. This is what looks to be an attempt at a breakout and is failing. So if you keep your lower high trend, this is technically a downtrend. And the question is now, where is the next retrace if this is potentially going to be a continuation downtrend? Well, matters how the market likes to work is it searches for higher highs or lower lows. You're either looking for bullish price action or bearish price action. That's pretty much the simplicity of market price action. Now, in terms of where we can look for, if Tesla loses this key trend line again, and you can arguably say that there's an even more important trend line to watch, which was this one, which is what kind of almost rejected us today at price. You're just chopping in this wedge pattern. So who's to say this is not another lower high continuation and we're actually going to go back down to this wedge, testing around that 150, 151 area. Now the question is too, if this is a lower high, what happens if Tesla actually tests that 150 and breaks it? Again, I'm a firm proponent that the market loves to test support and resistance. It loves to make higher highs and it loves to make lower lows. And at this point in time, it is looking like this is a failed lower high, which always leaves a little bit more risk to the downside. So again, a lot of people are going to be like, no way, no way, no way. Tesla is bottomed. It's hitting a breakout here. It's only going to get stronger. But I'm just reading the charts right now. I do not like this weekly candle formation. I do not like the fundamental news that transpired today, being the fact that Robotaxi is delayed. It does not instill confidence from my point of view. So I was calling for a nice little breakout on Tesla here. I know we were loading up with my members on 185 calls, which superseded. And basically, now I'm on the short side of Tesla. So I just want to play the charts back and forth. I don't hold a personal bias. I would honestly, my bias, I would love to see Tesla get demolished and go cheaper because that would be a gift. That would be a great buying opportunity. And you know what? If it flushes to 150 or even tries to break this trend line, so be it. I'd be a happy camper because I get to buy it cheaper, and so would everyone else. On that note, thank you all for tuning into this video. Please be cautious with this next little cycle in the market because it's certainly shaping up to be a very interesting one.